Alright guys, so we're back out here on day 2 of this whole grafting process. I'm going to move that frame of, hopefully, queen cells that have started over to the builder colony. You can see the feed jar there on top of the cell builder and nuke. Doesn't look like they drank down much of it. I thought about it last night. I don't know if they can get to it because I've got a screen on the underside of that so that I can take the feed jar out without the bees getting out. And I don't know if they can get through that screen jar to the lid or not. But anyway, let me do this transfer real quick. So what we're doing is we're just moving that frame with the what should be started with queen cells back into this finisher colony. And this is the colony that we actually grafted the cells from. And then I'll also recombine the bees that are in the builder colony or the starter colony. I'll combine them back over into this hive. So we're just going to pop out, let's see, pull out a few frames here. First off, I'm just going to take this super off, like we did yesterday, and set it to the side. And there's an open frame in here that I put in somewhere. No, there's not. But we'll just take this frame. We'll just move this frame up as needed. We'll move a couple frames up as needed. My wife's yelling at me again because she's jealous. So we need to be between a frame of brood and a frame of honey. So we've got a frame of brood here, cat brood. We've got a frame of cat brood here actually, but I've got a frame of open honey in here that I'll move over beside it. So let's go ahead and do our transfer. Yeah, I don't know if they can get to the sugar water or not. We'll open up our builder colony. In the moment of truth, let's pull out our frame here and see what's going on. Looks like quite a few have taken. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just show you guys. See what we're looking at there on the frame? You can see there on the far left in the middle of the video, there's one building. And it's kind of hard to see on some of them because the bees are obviously covering them and working on them. You can see a couple empty ones there that haven't taken, but then one to the right that has. So it's looking like, oh, I don't know. I've probably got, there's quite a few actually. Yeah, that's a really lot of few. That makes me very, very happy. So I might actually get a really good haul out of this one, and I hope so, because I sure need these queens. So let's go ahead and get them moved over. So we're just going to stick them back in here. Again, into the finisher. It's been 24 hours since I made the graft. And then on this frame here, oh, that's a deep frame, so that's not going to work. And this frame, I believe, has brood on it. Brood, but also, that's also a deep, so that's not going to work. So we'll have to take this open frame on the outside. This has got some open nectar, so hopefully that's enough to promote them. Actually, let me just check one other thing. Check this frame. This has a little bit of open nectar, but not much. Let me see what's in this box over here. There is this frame is almost fully drawn with open nectar, so we'll put that in as their good food source there. So with that done, I've got to figure out what to do with these two frames. I think I'm actually going to I think I can go ahead and put them just back in this original hive. I just pulled them out yesterday. I put 2 placeholders in for them, so I should be able to just put them back where those placeholders were. Pull my queen excluder out of here. See, I just put this placeholder in yesterday and they've already started pulling little bits of comb on it. These bees are doing really, really well. That one out. Put these full frames back over there where they belong. And we shouldn't have any issues with fighting because these bees have only been separated. All the bees that are in this starter colony came from this, or all the bees that are in the cell starter colony all came from this same donor colony. And they've only been apart for, you know, maybe 30 hours, so they should still recognize each other, smell familiar. So we'll get that plugged in there. We're going to set this box back over here. And then I'm actually going to look at this frame here. This has, right there. This frame here has a lot of open nectar on it. I don't want that so low in the box, so I'm going to replace it with this frame that has almost full brood on it. Try to help these bees organize their thoughts a little bit so the queen will stop moving up into the honey supers as much. Same thing with this one, it's all honey. And this frame here has started with brood. So we'll just trade those two out. The two frames in the actual appropriate honey super. And then I've got two frames in here that are partially drawn in the main box. Oh, shoot. Oh boy, I might have just jeopardized my whole operation. Let's sure hope our queen stayed down. Woo, I'll let you all know. If that queen crawled up into this box, I'll be in trouble. Because she'll be up there and she'll tear down all those queen cells. Let's sure hope she doesn't. I got sidetracked. There we go. This hive has a couple of frames here that aren't being drawn yet, so we'll put in these ones that are being drawn. We'll just take out these placeholders again and replace them with these, which have honey being drawn on them. Like I lost a few more queen cell cups that fell down. I've got 3 or 4 in the bottom of the box there. So we'll set this back over here. And then all these bees that are in the builder colony, I'm going to thump them down. Pour them back into the main hive. And the rest of them we'll just leave right there in the box, and they'll figure it out. They should migrate right back next door where they belong. Got a bunch of them over here in this box. That's it, we're done. Let's put the lid on. I know I didn't make that quick and flawless, but it'll be a good long YouTube video for y'all. We gather up our extra frames here. And I am going to put the feed jar back on so those bees can have all the energy they want. Grab my hive tool, and we gone. We're done.